Hi. I wanted to make a video for the Warbonds as a recap up to what we have today, which is 22 Warbonds. There are a lot of them, and they are expensive. So I want to give a recap on which ones I find are the minimum viable, like which ones are the most unique items, and they have them in asterisks. All the data I will show up front so you can view it and not have to listen to me, and you can just see the video and click off, or you can stay along. At first, I will explain my list, why I chose those ones as minimal viable, and how I listed the rest of them. That's going to be a good introduction for people who are new to the game and know nothing about it. And then I will go over the Exo Experts, the latest Warbond that just released, and how I think that is doing and rated. Explain super credits and how you farm those and the items in the game. And then ending will be a rant about the current state, because the community in Helldivers does not like the current state, and they're always going up and down endlessly. This is a very volatile community. Just figure I want to make a video and vent about it. That'll be at the end of the video. So I wanted to walk through quickly the top reasons why I think these Warbonds are so important to make a full loadout. The Eruptor and Senator are the only penetration 4 weapons that are on the primary and secondary slots. They were great for shooting Hulk eyes. The Crossbow Eruptor are the only spawn destroyers besides the 1-2 assault rifle in the first slot weapons. The Ultimatum and Grenade Launcher and the new Missile Pistol are the only spawn destroyers in the secondary slot. They're great for destroying bases when you don't want to use your grenades or you're running low. And then the Thermites that you get are anti-tank. They're great for that. And then the Hell Bomb destroys all things in the game, and they're really good for destroying jammers on the robots when you need to destroy them. And then I have Dust Devils next because it's very diverse in that you get a Dust Stormer armor, one of the best armors for rounded elemental defenses. You get gas harpoon gun that otherwise you can't deploy gas with regular stratagems. There's only the sterilizer and the harpoon gun. And then there's also the assault rifle, that's fire. And they have the Napalm Expendable, which is very useful. Napalm is very strong, and you can have an expendable loadout with that and the Solo Silo. Solo Silo is a long-range mini Hell Bomb. It doesn't destroy everything in the game, but it's very good damage, like the Hell Bomb. And then Freedom Flames, I put in there. It's on the line of being necessary or not. The only reason I put it in there is because you get the unique fire in the primary and secondary slot. And otherwise, there is an underbarrel stoker that you can get that has flames, but the Torture and the Crisper are both as the Flamethrower. They just have less ammo and capacity to use that flame. The rest of the Warbonds I have listed in what I think is best value, but really it's up to you. Go through it, choose them by themes. What do you think is cool? Also, if you want to decide by stratagems, you can go to the stratagem console in the Helldivers and look through all those stratagems, and they'll give you a demo of it being used and the information on it, and then they'll sort it by category of which Warbond it is. So that's the best way to go through and find, like, somebody used this awesome stratagem. Where can I get that? You go there, look through it, you'll find the label of the Warbond, and then you'll know where you have to buy it if you want that. Now remember, all these Warbonds you actually have to earn through medals, so don't go too crazy because you have to slowly work through them with gameplay. But remember, armors can be bought in the store page. Typically, I think every armor has a version in the store page, or even 2 versions of it, and they're sometimes better. And you can get them. The Warbond is a better value because it's 700. You get 300 credits back. But the store page is usually a little bit more expensive, like 150 to 250 credits for a usable gun or armor. The guns and weapons in there, you can't get anywhere else. I would have to say the unique weapons in the store page that are good is the Warrant is an awesome guided secondary slot, and then you have a shotgun, 2 shotguns that are really good in there that are medium pen that are people love. Otherwise, that's it. The armors, there's heavy armors that you can get. I'll display some of the perfect store items here, but yeah, my favorites. If you're going to be farming super credits, and that's still a thing in the future, the control group is worth getting, maybe as your first Warbond if you're going to be farming early. And a point about the Exo Experts that just came out. I'm disappointed in it. People are disappointed because of the price wall for vehicles, but let's just talk about the value objectively. The Bulletstorm is just a better stalwart, but you can't reload it, so there's no tactical reloading or carrying it with you. Really, you want to get rid of it, but it's two, so two people could use it simultaneously, but you do have to like wait for it, pick it up, and use it, and you have to drop your other weapons, so typically you're stationary. Unless you're doing a full expendable loadout, then you could call it in and leave it, and you don't care about what you're using in the other one, so it could work like that. But it's probably best for holding a defensive unit, protecting a point with team members, or you just litter the map with the Bulletstorms, and then they can pick it up. But it's just a good, it's a better stalwart. The breakthrough shield mech I think would be cool, but the shotgun ammo you just find yourself running out of, and who you meleeing, I guess against bugs, it's neat. And Lumberer is the flamethrower, and the rocket. The rocket shots, they're weaker than EAT, and the flame seems to run out again, like the ammo efficiency wise. It doesn't seem to burn quite so well. It's like a very long stream though, so it's good against bugs, probably against Luminant, but not against bots. And again, the ammo. So both of those have an ammo problem, and the Gallant SMG for the main one is just a better knight, but the knight, well, it's not a better knight, sorry, it's a lot less damage, medium pen. Ammo is a big problem with it. If you want to use medium, like use a medium gun. The only reason you use the Gallant is if you want to use a ballistic shield or another shield or shoot behind you while running. Otherwise, there's no reason to use it. The Liberator, Penetrator, Brand, like there's better mediums that are better than that and ammo effective. So, and the Lumber and the Breakthrough mech, I think they're definitely not needed. They're not amazing. I don't get why you would want them, except for they're cool. And maybe it's your personal choice. But the Lumberer, the regular mech, already has a Gatling gun and EATs. The EATs are stronger and can kill Hulks and Bile Titans in one shot in the head. This one cannot. And sure, this one has a few more shots than EAT, so you could like close bug holes with it more effectively. I think 25 bug holes compared to 15 bug holes with the regular mech. But its damage and ammo is less effective. You're going to run out of fire fuel before you run out of Gatling shots. And Gatling, you can be a lot more precise about instant killing them rather than trying to ignite them on fire and let them burn. So I think the regular mech is better than the Lumber. I mean, it's kind of close, touchy. People can be touchy on that. And the Breakthrough mech shotgun one is pretty cool, but again, ammo. So the Emancipator is just a better version. So I think both the basic versions are the same or better than what these are. So you don't need to get them. And the only big disappointment of why I would love this Warbond is I like the ExoSuits, and I'm waiting and waiting till I can be a mech pilot and bring out 4 mechs in my loadout. They limit you to 1. The 12-minute cooldown is killing me because they run out of ammo the first 3, 4, 5 minutes. You run out of ammo and then you're out of it, which, okay, they don't want you to do that, but that's stupid. Then I don't really feel like an Exo Expert, do I? It would just be fun. I could drive more vehicles. So, it doesn't exist. It's a disappointment. No reason to get the Warbond. They need to lower the cooldown of them or allow you to take in multiple. I know there's a way around that, is you ask your 3 other diver buddies to bring a mech with them, and then you bring a blue weapon that they want, and then at the beginning you give them their blue weapons and they keep throwing you mechs as they come. And I've done that a few times. It's really fun to be a full mech driver, and too bad you can't do that on your own. Oh well. They need to allow you to bring in 4 mechs, or they need to lower the cooldown, or they could have made the armor relevant to vehicles, and then it would have been like you're an Exo Expert with that. But otherwise, the title's just dumb. It doesn't have to do with... I'm an Exo Expert because I got 4 different mechs to pick from. I can only pick 1, but I paid for it. It's cool to get 4. Whatever. Disappointment. I love mechs. So, with all that, I'm going to start my rant now. Get it off my chest because I need to. The whole community's talking about it. Community's upset because the new mechs are vehicles behind a paywall of a Warbond. And it was understood that so far all the vehicles have not been there, and mech customization is not going to be a thing. And they've said, and then customization was never really going to be improved because they're always working on the next new update and the next new Warbond. So they are not fixing things and expanding the customization and such. So people are upset. Rightfully so. Me, looking at the Warbonds, I'm upset because there's just so many. 22 Warbonds. $220 plus you get refunds, but that is so much. So I had a friend who only buys games on sale. He bought Helldivers 2 a year later because it was on sale. Said, "Oh, how's this game? Pretty good, huh?" I said, "Yeah, it's fun. It's good." He's like, "Oh, I like Helldivers 1 a lot, so I'm now here. I'm not seeing where I can fight Illuminate." Like, yeah, they're actually not at the game yet. What? They were in Helldivers 1, but they're not in Helldivers 2? They took 8 years to make this game, and it's been 1 year in live service, and they still don't have Illuminate? Like, no. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. All these Warbonds? And where's the vehicles? There's no vehicles yet. What? And this content's all additional microtransactions? It's not cosmetic? No, it's not only cosmetic. Oh my gosh. So that's how the conversation went. And I felt embarrassed to tell him I've been a hardcore fan since the game came out, and I've actually supported Helldivers and given them real money for some of their Warbonds. I've farmed a lot, but I've also paid them. And I'm disappointed too, because it's embarrassing, the state of the game, to say 2.5 years later how much money they're asking for, and how many glitches and bugs, and what customization they haven't done yet. And there's been leaks from like the year since the game came out. The leaks took 1.5 years to be put out. That's how long they sit on these things and hold them back, because they want to have a slow drip of content. Oh, and to make things worse, FYI, there was a leak of FRV drivers being the next, or a Warbond coming up, so there might be more vehicles behind the paywall if they don't change, which they didn't change. Exo Experts, that's out now, so I'm guessing it might be the same for the vehicles. Who knows? They are in a drastic hot water right now, so they might change. Do I justify a game being $330 for it's been in live for 2.5 years? So if you add the base game, $40, $370 they're asking for. Potentially you can spend that much money as a whale. $370 for a game that came out 2.5 years ago. It has lots of bugs and glitches. Yeah, I'm saying that's too expensive. Yes, Helldivers 2 is greedy. And is it pay to win? You get other equipment that is all in-game items that help you destroy stuff. So yes, you can pay to get better equipment to play. It's not cosmetic, but you're not competitively PvP. So it's not winning against on a competitive layer. It's just, does it make the game a little easier? Maybe. A lot of them are side grades. You can still win with the vanilla game. And is it farmable? Yes, you can go farm as of now. And since release, you could farm level 1 difficulty. Very boring, like a job. Makes less money than minimum wage, as people like to say. So time is money. What are you doing? But yes, it is farmable. So if you don't want to give them real money, but I think that just inflates the prices, because you can look at the competitors, games that are very similar to this one. Darktide, Vermintide, Deep Rock Galactic. I love those games. They're co-op shooters just like this, and most of them, Deep Rock Galactic does not have a single thing to purchase that helps your game. It's all cosmetic DLC purchases. You get the full game for $40, $50, $60. It's on sale at $15 now. You get the whole game. And they continue to support it for 5 or 6 years. 6 years. They've had 5 or 6 seasons of releases of just new content being added that you can always play, and there's no fear of missing out because you can go back and play it. Deep Rock Galactic is not greedy. The company is amazing at what they've done, releasing a product that you can still play today and has everything available. There's no cash grab. And they had an honest community that bought a supporter pack of just extra money or cosmetics because they love the game. And they were able to thrive on that. But Arrowhead is a AA studio asking for AAA studio microtransaction. It is crazy expensive. There is at least $340 of in-game cash microtransactions that you can buy. So this is for the whale. So you could, if you wanted to buy everything in game immediately, $340. If you want to be smart about it and you're getting the refunds of all the redeemable, there's about $65 or $68 worth of redeemable credits that you can get from the Warbonds to pay back. So it could be $270 if you bundled and bought things, if you bought the $100 super credit stacks to get a little bit extra, and if you redeemed everything in the Warbonds and you bought them strategically. And then if you farm credits, then yes, you could decrease that by however much. The game you could get everything in the game for free if you farmed it. So you bought the game for $40, $30 on sale, whatever it is. You could go super credit farm everything in the game. It would take you a while. You can super credit farm. I would say it takes about 14 super credits of regular playing and finishing levels that you can find while playing the game. Probably as they designed it, you're supposed to be able to find about 14 super credits an hour. That takes about 50 hours to get $7 for a free Warbond. Or you can farm super credits on level 1 difficulty, which is what people do. You can always find people on their community doing it. And it'll be 1 level difficulty planet farming. You get around 300 to 500 super credits depending on if you're 4-man. They all have warp packs. They all go separate directions and they're very efficient and you abandon the match. Maybe you can get 500 super credits an hour. Doing that, it's only 2 hours of Warbond. That's 40 hours to get all 20 Warbonds. Well, 22 Warbonds, you're going to do it like 46 hours. And then if you want all the Superstore stuff, which is more than double the price, you're going to be getting, you're looking at 80, 90 hours of, I'm just guessing, you're going to do 80 plus hours of farming. To that point, that just inflates it. Who's doing that? I guess kids who don't have jobs or college kids or somebody. It's crazy that you have that kind of time as well. Like, just play the game and enjoy it if you can have a job to pay that. But again, why is the company that greedy, needing that money? You don't need every Warbond, by no means. But it is outrageous how greedy this company is and how much money they are. You say, why? The game has been out 2.3 years so far as I'm making this video. They ask for $40 to buy it when it can go on sale for $30. Everything in the game, all the super credits, nothing is discounted. So that's plus the base game is $370. For 2.2 years, that's $160 a year. MMOs, like WoW, that's what people like to say, that keeps the game going. It's a live service game. They have a lot more updates. They have less bugs and glitches. They have a bigger community, and people will spend their lives on there because there's that much content to consume. They're about $12, $13, or $14 per month. That's $144 a year. And Helldivers is currently at $160 or $150 rate per year. They're a AA game studio with bugs and glitches, and it's a PvE game only. They don't have PvP, they don't have raids, they don't have these special dungeons, they don't have things that you can go back and return to, they don't have multi-servers running everywhere with multi-expansions that you can pick from and all the things that you expect from live service games. They're not. They are a Darktide, Vermintide, Deep Rock Galactic. Those games, Vermintide, relatable because they sell content that is actual classes that gives you in-game benefits if you play that class that you wouldn't get otherwise. Same as Darktide. They ask for $10 when they release a class. They release a class like every year. Vermintide is 8 or 9 years old, and if everything was full price, not discounted on Steam, which it is because it's not in-game, you purchase it on Steam, unlike Helldivers. 40 plus the base game, might have been 50 or 60 or 40, I don't remember what it is. Anyways, it's less than $100 for 8 years. That's full price of everything. And then you can get it on sale discount. I think I saw the whole bundle was $30 or $40 this last summer sale. You say, oh, it's an old game. It's just as good. Oh, mind you, it's built on the same game engine. And it doesn't have as many glitches or bugs as this one does. So, just a better run company, less greedy. Just saying, there are things out there. Deep Rock Galactic, they respect you. Vermintide, Fat Shark Studio, they respect you well enough. I don't have any problems with what they're asking for. They make a game, a year later they make another character, and they ask for another $10. Yeah, if I'm still playing it, that's worth it. You asking for $15 every month or every month and a half for a game that still has glitches and bugs that you won't fix, and you can't even keep up because bugs. They say we have to either fix bugs or we add content. We can't do both. That's not live service. That's that's support. That's not life support. And they still just want to get money from it, and they're asking for outrageous amounts of money. Oh, but it's farmable. You can get it in-game. I'm not going to play. Why play the game? You're not playing the game if you're doing farming. Super credits, by the way. Helldivers 2 came out incomplete. It came out in an early access state. They didn't admit it. They didn't put the tag on it that it was early access, but it was. Helldivers 1 had 3 factions. Helldivers 2 came out with 2 factions. They didn't have vehicles. They didn't have tanks. They didn't have cars. There was so much stuff. They're just like typical AAA studios that hold back a DLC to sell. They say, we're releasing a game, but we're planning on a season pass for the next 4 months. We already have content ready for the next DLC in 4 months that we're going to release. So anyways, I've been going on a while. Got that off my chest. Hopefully this video was helpful. I don't imagine anybody actually stayed to the end to hear my rant, but I had to vent a bit. Hopefully the Warbonds, just the beginning portion, I'm hoping it's very helpful to people. And as for, we know Helldivers is expensive, go play Deep Rock Galactic or Vermintide 2 or Darktide. Those are fun, good games that are cheaper than this. You can get them for like $20 to $40 complete packages. They're very cheap. I can't invite people to play this game. Or if I do, it's just like they see the $200 price tag and they back out. That's a problem. And they can't fix stuff. And they only fix stuff when they want to sell something with associated with that. Well, as you can tell, I've been a big fan. I've put in all this work on the spreadsheets, as you can probably tell, from the weapons and the Warbonds. Hopefully it's helpful to somebody tracking it. I wanted to put all the data together and help people in that. I don't foresee myself really continuing this, at least in the current state. I'm busy, and Arrowhead has just proven they don't respect us, and they're not really good with their game, and I'll continue playing it. I might get more Warbonds. I don't know. We'll see if anything changes or not, but as for putting the Warbond list together, I've compiled a large portion of them. I've really starred and asterisked the important, nice ones. This stand out, but who knows? How could Arrowhead fix this? They could start fixing the game instead of pushing out Warbonds. They could stop trying to sell so much. They could either give big bundles and discounts, or I think they should give out 2 Warbond tokens for every year. So there should already be 5 free Warbond tokens given out. That's what I assume. I don't know if it's Sony or if it's Arrowhead or who's pushing all this content of mandatory Warbonds and X money. So 42 days is their cadence of releasing things. And it's $10 for the Warbond, release $7. Plus the Superstore stuff, which is, I think, a combination of $4.50 to $6.50. When they started the game, they were releasing them every month, and then they slowed them down to 6 weeks. So it's expensive. It's a lot of money. I don't know who's pushing for that, Arrowhead or Sony. I just hope this content was helpful. Probably going to be the end for me and Helldivers 2 content. I don't foresee any reason to make more as of now.